Here's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So now, check pick.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Packers. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the Iowa State product. It's Kene Nwangwu. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
90 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jordan Love.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back, come on. Hey, 88.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
50. Hey, you block over here.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On play action, now Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's DeWarger. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Up the middle, Nwangu.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Moore, the man in motion.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And a short gain here down to the 22. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux
in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they felt like they could take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Love looking to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work, get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, Rodgers. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, Rodgers. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Kene Nwangu, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good,
and that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Love. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Working out of the gun. Love. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Rashawn Gary. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops,
they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Going deep this time for Miller.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Kene Nwangu
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
121 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
First play's a run with Nwangu.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another run down for Nwangu. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the give is Nwangu. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
10 cycles.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
50. Hey, take 26.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the set.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
This for the lead in the final stages. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Moore, the man in motion. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the kick is good. He got it.